I was wondering if I was going to do that or not, and now we know. Make sure. Hello? I can't hear me. Working great. Is this working? Okay. So hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Wasting Time with Faye. With me, Faye Valentine. Today we are going to play Honkai Star Rail. During the course of our adventures, we will be trying to finish a Dragon Gallant, the Ocean Distant. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoy the show. That wasn't right, hold on.
Now I see why. Oh, has the General of the Lawfu chosen to grace me with his presence?
That witch! She was here waiting for us the whole time! Show yourself, Fantilia!
And the benefactors, too. Oh, patience, patience. Let me make myself presentable. Now I see why the disciples of Sanctus Medicus hold themselves in such high regard. The Arbor's traces really do possess the power of metamorphosis and resurrection.
She sounds like a snake. A snake. A sneaky
Gone Hung,
snake.
guard my back. I'm counting on you.
Understood.
Fantilia! What is she doing?
Dun 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 dun. Time for battle.
Benefactors, behold this beautiful body. The miracles of abundance live up to the name. Let's see if I can put it to good use. The very power that brought the Cienjo long life I will use to bring it destruction.
Fantilia has usurped the power of the Arbor. All of you, focus on destroying the Phantom Flowers. I'll go for the body.
Keep up with my tempo!
Savor the vigor of life.
Indestructible.
So much bark with so little bite. Your attacks are futile. This body was born of the Arbor. You are but ants.
That's some strong wind!
March, careful!
Let's rock! Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all!
Here comes the medicine.
1,000
Lance at
thanks.
the ready. Defend the weak. Lance ablaze! Flaming lance! Forward!
Try untangling yourselves from this.
The weeds in my garden give me more grief.
Your arrogance betrays you. Flying insects.
That's it.
You're in bad shape.
Indestructible.
Fantilia, your scheme ends here. Vanquish the abomination!
Gift of abundance.
That's it.
A little more.
Rifling. Time for the master stroke. Radiant spirit, heed my word. Show no mercy!
Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Ready to jam. Let's rock! Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all!
Time for a shot. Nap time.
Time to go on the offensive. Defend the weak. This song's just for you.
Sorry, we have company, so this will be a silent film.
How indulgent. The universe will end in destruction, and with it, the abundance and the hunt will disappear.
Naughty children, don't listen. Savor the vigor of it.
I'm on guard. Lance ablaze! Flaming lance! Forward! Indestructible.
On my command. To victory!
General of the Cienjo, can your feeble strength survive this calamity?
Don Hong, you take it from here.
Did you think it was over, Fantilia?
A scion of permanence? Have you finally remembered your duty of watching over the Arbor?
Pretty good crowd today.
Turn up the volume. Time for a shot. Nap time.
I am the vanguard of the hunt. For the Shinjo!
Lance at the ready. Defend the weak.
Let's rock.
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all.
Shine, celestial spheres.
I'm okay. Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
1,000 thanks. Time for the master stroke. Radiant spirit.
Heed my word. Show no mercy!
Naughty children, don't listen. Here comes the medicine.
A foregone conclusion.
Indestructible. Lance ablaze. Flaming lance. Forward! This song's just for you.
Are we still ants to you, Fantilia? So much effort to crush us, and met with so little success. I wonder what the other Ravagers would think.
It's almost as if you can't wait to be acquainted with them. I'm afraid you won't have the chance.
She looks so cool like this. Oh my god. Hopefully we don't die. We didn't make it past this phase. She beat us to death really bad.
It is time to put an end to this.
Out of ideas, Fantilia?
Radiant spirit, heed my word.
Show no mercy!
All better now?
1,000 thanks.
That's it?
Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Nice teamwork.
I am the vanguard of the hunt. For the Shinjo!
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all!
It is time to put an end to this.
Trifling.
Our roots run deep.
Lance ablaze! Flaming lance! Forward! Keep up with my tempo!
Naughty children, don't listen. Here comes the medicine.
Ready to jam.
Vanquish the abomination!
I'm on guard. Defend the weak.
Cataclysm! You're wasting my time. Blast.
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all!
That'll take more than medicine. All better now?
Nice team work.
Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
I'm feeling a lot more confident about this. I think we've got this.
Time for the master. Radiant spirit, heed my word.
Show no mercy! For the Shinjo!
Pretty good crowd today. Turn up the volume.
Was that it?
It is time to put an end to this.
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all! Lance ablaze! Flaming lance! Forward!
Forgive my indulgence. Your struggle in the face of certain death is touching. For my next trick, I shall turn each of you into my Void Rangers. The power of the destruction will eat away at your flesh and transform you into pawns of the great Nanook.
Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Nice teamwork.
Let's start with this arrogant Xianzhou general. I wonder if the transformation of the Xianzhou General into a Void Ranger would cast the Law Proof back into chaos. Destruction works in fascinating ways.
Oh my, this is so exciting. What did he just do? Somebody planned something.
Do it!
Not bad, General of the Hunt. But all I lost was a body stolen on a whim. And you, how much longer can you last? The destruction of the Xianzhou is nigh.
Be gone, pawn of destruction. Tell the Legion that the vengeance of the Hunt will fall upon them.
General, are you okay?
I'm still alive. And it would seem the two of us can still coordinate our efforts. Fantilia, a truly fearsome enemy. If she hadn't attempted to turn me into a pawn of destruction, I'm afraid victory would have been far from certain. Fantilia had established a link between me and herself. Her well-timed strike gravely injured her. Thus, her connection to the Arbor was severed.
So it was all part of the plan? When Don Hung stabbed you, I was scared to death.
It takes more than that to destroy an emanator of destruction. Still...
Fantilia won't be stirring up trouble anytime soon. Don't worry about her infecting the Arbor again. It's just that sealing the Stellaron is going to take some time.
Leave that to the Master Diviner. I'm afraid I may be somewhat spent.
General, keep those eyes open. Now's not the time to fall asleep. Hey, wake up!
Let's take it in turns. You rest.
I'll stand guard. Huh? Go.
I honestly didn't want to have to use that, but I didn't know what else to do. Because the way that fight was going, I think I needed healing no matter what. I mean, Seely got upgraded and she does a lot more now, but I still feel like they wanted you to do what they want you to do with Simulated Universe and all that other stuff where you have to heal. Because they want you to learn, like, tactics and coordination or something. Okay, so let's keep on going because it's storyline time. And we've got at least another half an hour. I mean, hour and a half. Sorry, it's late. This isn't my normal time. I'm way confused.
My dad is an ace pilot! He finished the Gray Sky route in 12 parsecs!
So now that the excitement is over, welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a wonderful day. How are you? Oh my god, the things I do for this lady.
Hiding out at the Divination Commission. That's a bold decision.
Time for...
What's this?
Time to go on the offensive.
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all!
You can't run!
What a headache.
Don't mess with me!
Keep up with my tempo!
My turn.
Defend the weak.
Try that again! You can't run!
What a headache. Pretty good crowd today.
Turn up the volume! You have the worst luck running into me.
I'm on guard. Ha! Lance ablaze! Flaming lance! Forward!
Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move! Don't mess with me! I'll free you from your chains! Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past! You couldn't have done it without me. Shiny! Ooh, sparkly!
Was that the wind? What was that?
Let's rock!
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all!
My turn. Watch this!
Okay, now back to rescuing Kapka and see what's up with her. She
should be
may or may
around
not
here
have something going on, but... Oh, look, there's a trotter.
I knew you would come. If we had Elio's eyes, the world would not appear as it does to you and I. There are myriad possibilities overlapping one another, representing the consequences of different choices, and in every passing moment, an infinite number of choices converge on the same point and become the present, and then become the past. So, was this your choice? To respond to my request for help? I do. Blade is in a prickly situation. On the Cienjo, you're the only one I can turn to. Being stricken with Mara is the inescapable destiny of the long-life species. It is a madness triggered by the accumulation of emotions and memories. Blade doesn't remember much, but the Mara still haunts him in some form. After we arrived on the Cienjo, the Mara in him flared up so violently that even my spirit whisper couldn't suppress it. He's not fit for interstellar travel in this state. My plan is to use Spirit Whisper to temporarily seal the Mara by reducing its potency. I need to focus all my concentration, so I'll be vulnerable for some time. I need you to protect me while I suppress Blade. I know when danger will come and what form it will take. Don't worry. Together we can do this. No harm will come to you. Now, there are wandering monsters nearby. They'll spell trouble if we let them hang around. Go take care of them. Your victory is certain.
Time for the main event. Turn up the volume! Lance at the ready. Indestructible.
You can't run!
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all!
So you are afraid of me. Let me end your misery. Who's next? I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
You couldn't have done it without me.
Was that the way?
Time for the main event. Keep up with my tempo!
Watch this!
Fracture!
What a headache.
Pretty good crowd today. Turn up the volume.
You couldn't have done it without me.
That felt like a time. It's good to open my eyes and see you back here. Not fast enough. I've weakened Blade's senses to the outside world, so that he's only able to hear my voice and feel my touch. He's oblivious to everything else. I'm going to transfer his consciousness away from the Xianzhou and cleanse his memories of Jingyuan, Jingliu, Insing, and your friend, Dan Hong. Again, this process mustn't be interrupted, but I can answer questions before I begin. Yes, as compensation for helping me. You don't have any questions? I put you into a deep sleep and then reawakened you. Abandoned you at the space station, then lured you to the Xianzhou. I owe you an explanation or two. Don't you want to know? Oh, don't rush. We still have time. Think about it first and ask when you're ready. One rule, though. Please don't ask anything boring. Let's play Truth and Lies. It's a game I play with Silverwolf all the time. Kinda psychological. Both sides ask each other 2 questions, then give one true answer and one false answer each. So, one of my answers will be true, the other will be false. As for which is which, that's up to the asker to make the call. We don't have much time. Let's do 2 rounds to start. You ask me 2 questions, and you'll also have to answer 2 of mine. But remember, 1 truth, 1 lie.
It's going. It's pretty fun. I highly recommend it. And you don't necessarily have to spend so much money compared to some gacha games. It's definitely cheaper than Honkai Impact 3rd, I think. How are you?
I give you my word. I will abide by the rule of 1 truth, 1 lie. I'll go first to give you a demo. Oh, don't be nervous. The first question is quite trivial. You can tell the truth or tell a lie. It's the second question where the game gets interesting. My first question is, what do you think about me?
Huh? What do I think about Kafka? How should I answer? If I tell the truth, I have to lie the next time, and vice versa. Or I could just cheat. Is that really an option? Better to tell it like it is.
And there you have it.
Oh, well,
It's a pretty simple game, don't you think?
I recommend most of them. I play Genshin, Honkai
You're
3rd,
hiding
and this
your
one.
feelings well.
And, I feel that
I'm afraid
Mahoyoverse.
we'll have to put our
Yeah,
game of truth and
Mahoyoverse.
lies on
I
pause.
feel that the Mahoyoverse makes really good games so far.
The Cloud Knights are
I'm
here.
quite a
I
fan.
need you to help me get rid of them.
And like this one has so many voice actresses and voice actors in it that I was really surprised. That I feel like they've come a long way.
That won't work, no matter how hard you try. This conflict is inevitable. It's destiny.
We'll try the easy one. I really want to do you can't see me, you can't see me, you can't see me, but I feel that that wouldn't work. And if it's the order was faked, well then, oh well, I guess we'll be wrong.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move!
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all!
What a headache.
You can't run!
Pretty good crowd today.
Watch this!
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
See, the future always seems like infinite possibilities, but what is destined to happen will always happen. This conflict is inevitable because the other possibilities don't exist.
So there's these things called Stellarons that are like, I guess, agents or artifacts of calamity. And right now we're going around trying to stop them while we actually uncover the real plot. Because I'm pretty early in the game, so this is only my third planet. And the first one just barely hinted at it.
I need to use the Spirit Whisper on Blade again, but let's play another round first. Have you thought of your question? Come to me when you're ready. I can wait. The game continues. Your turn.
So I get 2 questions, only one of which Kafka will answer truthfully, but I won't know which answer is which. What should I ask?
No, not really. They all seem to have a separate universe. Honkai Impact and this one share some characters, but they're like from a different multiverse. And so they're completely different. Like, Kafka in Honkai 3rd is nothing like this Kafka. And I've never seen Blade before at all. I played Honkai 3rd for almost 3 years. And, like most of the characters, like Don Hung and March and stuff, they don't exist. Yeah, there you go. It is, it's like an effect. Oh, I want to ask about me.
When I came to on the space station, I remember seeing Kafka. But everything before that is a blur. Shouldn't I ask about my past?
One day, Elio handed you over to me. He said that if things continued to transpire according to the future possibility he foresaw, you would eventually change me. And I would change you.
Oh my god, that's such a
In
cop-out.
other words, you and I are each other's destiny.
Every time we interact with another person, we change that.
No matter what she says, she looks like she's got something up her sleeve. I can't tell what's true and what isn't.
I see the look on your face. Don't bother asking. I can't tell you if an answer is true or not. Make your best guess and choose your next question based on my answer. That's the beauty of the game. I hope your next question proves interesting. The rules of this game are like reality. We all think we have infinite possibilities, but when you really analyze it, you could count them on your fingers. Every question and answer is constrained by previous choices. The future is like a labyrinth. Every divergence is merely an inducement. There is only one real path. Do I sound that negative? No. We believe that existence has meaning, but that meaning is bestowed by ourselves, not by choices. If you don't believe me, try it for yourself. Soon we will face another battle. Can you change that possibility?
So she's a wanted criminal, right? And like she's just standing there. Could you imagine you're at the top of the stairs and the guard just sees her like right here in this archway, like sticking her tongue out at him and like wiggling her fingers on top of her nose or something, or like flipping him off, you know? Like of course they're gonna know that you're there, and since you can't see behind you, how do you know she's not doing something ridiculous like that?
What a headache. Yuck! I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Time for the main event. Keep up with my tempo! Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all!
My turn.
Indestructible. Lance ablaze. Flaming lance. Forward!
Try that again. You can't run.
Who's next?
Let's rock!
That was... Hey, stop right there!
Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move.
Whoops. Well, I guess you'll have something to say about how this battle was predetermined and we couldn't get out of it either.
Don't mess with me.
rock with it. My music conquers all!
Defend the weak.
Try that again! You can't run!
And my character isn't a criminal, so I would prefer to not be fighting the guards. But, I didn't see how close they were.
Reach the end of the story in your own
But
way.
I guess it happens. And we are totally reaching the end of the story in our own way.
Oh. Well, you're doing a great job. The future is still clear. The real test lies ahead. The young swordmaster of the Cloud Knights. He will not be an easy foe. Until then, let's continue our game. It's my turn again. Second question. Do you want to see me again?
What kind of question is that? Will we see each other again? She'd know the answer to that one. As for whether I want to, seems obvious to me. I guess I do want to see her again. So, my answer is...
Since it's episodic, and comparing it to like Genshin Impact, I would say, I'm just starting. Maybe like a quarter of the way through it, maybe. I would say that I'm just getting started.
Okay.
I don't even know the
I'm
core
done
mechanics
asking.
of why we're doing what we're doing.
Surprise. I can't see through you. Well, it's your turn to ask a question. Come see me when you're ready. This is your last question. Surprise me.
I don't know if Kafka was telling the truth in the previous question, but one thing's certain. For this question, she'll have to answer according to the rules. Should I venture into a whole new topic? Kafka wants me to surprise her. Let's try this on for size.
Yes.
Stellaron hunters. The General was merciful enough to let you live, but you haven't shown the slightest bit of gratitude. Why are you
Whoops.
here?
Because we can never turn away
Because she was
somebody in
struck
need.
by my spirit whisper.
Oh, she's lying.
My powers of suggestion are capable of convincing people to accept my orders, all without a second thought. Defeat this little boy and your mission is over.
You witch! Ah, great.
I would just like to say that no children were harmed in the filming of this battle. And besides, children shouldn't play with swords or knives. It looks dangerous.
Sword, heed me.
I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
You're annoying!
Turn up the volume!
My turn. With me out here, how can we lose?
Lance at the ready.
Gotta try hard sometimes.
It has a lot of old school elements
Check out
that
this awesome move.
I played those too, so I can't compare it to those, really. It's closer to like a Final Fantasy, like when you said, oh, like a Final Fantasy. It's pretty close to one of those, but even that, I don't know what to call this kind, because it's got turn-based stuff, but then there's ultimates, which is kind of like having a limit break, but at the same time, it's really not, because instead of it being like one combat pool per character, let me see where it says 1 star right now? You have to share all of that amongst all of your characters. And your secondary attacks take 2 points, and then your primary attacks take 1 point.
You can't run.
And then ultimate attacks don't take any, but you only get to do ultimates based off of how much damage you do. Like when she hits these 3 times, if she wasn't gonna do one, it would fill up incrementally.
Fight it or rock with it.
When I get out of combat, I'll go into inventory. There's gear and stuff, so you have to farm for gear, and then you have to raise their levels and farm for skills.
What a headache.
I don't know what kind of game to compare this to.
Who's next?
It's not even like their other games, really. It's a little bit of it is, I mean, but for the most part, it's still a little different, and I haven't played their other games. They have like 5 games or 6 games. And so for all I know, it's a lot more like one of those. If I had to say...
Punish evil.
I don't know, I can't really think of any, other than like a Final Fantasy that this is even close to.
You can't run.
And even then, it's so weird because I play Final Fantasies too, that I don't want to say anything and make any of their fans mad by calling a gacha game like Final Fantasy, because some people look really down on gacha games. But it has the gacha element pretty big, where everything is randomized, like any MMO, like when you go fight, like in World of Warcraft, and you do a raid boss, and then you either get your loot or you don't get your loot. Oh, that's in RPGs too. Or, it's hard to describe, really. My best advice is to try it, but don't spend money. Because then you'll know if you like it or not. Because I know some people that spend a lot of money on these, and I know some people like me who don't. And I thoroughly enjoy it, even though I'm pretty much free. And I know some people, or I've watched some people, I don't actually know them, that like have spent so much money that I find it to be preposterous. But that's on them.
Watch this.
I haven't played Legend of Dragoon in so long, I can't say if it's like that. And like with Chrono Trigger, it's got a lot of your traditional RPG elements in it. So of course it's like Chrono Trigger, because Chrono Trigger is what I would consider an actual traditional RPG. Kind of like playing some of the pixel Final Fantasies, where they're, you know, like you had to farm and you had to do this. And, ooh, ow. And you had to like do that, and sometimes you'll go back to zones and stuff will change. That happens in this.
Butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Nobody's ever asked that. Thank you for asking. I need to come up with a better answer.
My music conquers all.
Fracture. Lance ablaze. Flaming lance. Forward.
I failed.
When Genshin came out, they were comparing it to Zelda. And I played a lot of Zeldas. It is nothing like Zelda. The only thing it had that was like that Zelda is its graphics.
And Blade in the shackling prison in no time. Of course, Sam and Silverwolf would have broken us out, But Blady would have been gravely injured, and our relationship with the Xianzhou would have been damaged beyond repair. If possible, I'd like to avoid that kind of future at all costs.
Can I leave now?
Yes, the Mara in you is temporarily suppressed. So long as you avoid overstimulation and familiar faces, you shouldn't have a problem. Wait. You're not leaving?
I have. I played everyone
I'm
except for the
sorry,
last two that just
Kafka.
came out.
There is a person.
I like those a lot.
A person to whom I am greatly indebted.
The old versions of
must see
those
them.
from like PlayStation 2 days
It's in your hands.
are some of my favorite games of all
Elio
time.
didn't say anything about what happens next. Thank you for coming to my aid. I appreciate it.
And particularly
Our
Star Ocean
paths
2.
will cross again.
I remember you. You once followed Kafka, didn't you? There was a time when she was on a mission. You were next to her. I remember. I've yet to see anyone follow her for as long as you did, and live to tell the tale. Every Stellaron hunter has a deal with Elio. I do not know the nature
The game
of
starts
those
with a
deals,
mystery.
but
Completely.
I do know that Kafka and I agreed to take orders from
Like you
Elio.
just wake up and you have some
She
blurry,
must have
like
sought something
they're like over your
extraordinary.
hospital bed type of scene.
Everything she
And
does
then
comes at a
next thing you
great
know,
cost.
you're in a different spot completely. So I am so
She
lost
will
right
have
now.
done many things to keep you alive until now, young one.
That is very true. You just started watching and I've been playing. Here, let's do something what I call fun. Have a work. Oops. Okay, we need to go to the store. Okay, so these are what you use to make wishes. So you can get new characters. Or you can save them up to buy. These are called light cones. They're basically like... What are those? Because they have gear already, so they're kind of like your artifact, I guess. And you want to make sure that you get one that matches your character. There's guides, so you don't really have to think too hard. Unless you really want to think hard. You know, who really wants to do that? Anyway, they guarantee you a character every, like, a whole bunch of rolls. But you really get these all the time. Like, since I started playing a couple weeks ago, I think I've gotten 200 in a few weeks. Enough to where I can try to get all of these two characters. Unless it's like, you know, like with, if my enemy needs to be hit by fire, because it's a water creature. I don't want too much thinking. I mean, sometimes a little thinking's okay, but at the end of the day, if I'm just here to relax and have a good time, I don't want to have to do math to play my game. Because some of those games I played, you have to have math. And, oh, 2 of them at once. Jesus. He just really wants to get sweaty. I have that character too, but those aren't the best cards for him. Okay, so we'll save the rest of those until I get another 10 full. Some people say it's best to wish when you have 10. I just usually wish all the time. But it's better for the streams to wish in chunks, I guess, because people like it better. So these are your achievements. There's a 10. Like a 10. More than I want to think about, and I'm sure some of them make you think, oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so that's a good example. So if I have to do 300,000 points of damage in one action, I'm probably maybe a quarter into the game. And same with this. My characters don't even have 8,000 hit points. Not anywhere close. And those are just right on the top. So, and as you go down, it usually gets harder. Oh, yeah, get hit for 10,000 points of damage. No. Let's see. And so there's quests, there's characters quests, there's storyline, there's all kinds of stuff. Here's some of the characters. So these guys have been out and everybody's got to see them. Here's a hacker girl. I wish I could turn her instead of the screen, but okay, whatever. And then I just spot him. See how they have like that gold color? Oh, those are 5 stars. Usually the 5-star characters are the best. And let's see, they go 30, 40, 50, 60. They go all the way up to level 80.
Hi, this is Toga speaking.
So as far as levels go,
Yes,
I'm halfway there. And then there's Fox Girls for people who are into the furries. They're pretty hot, I'm not gonna lie. And then he's a character that they give you. He's kind of fun to make fun of. There's Hook for the lollies. And there's a couple, they're cute, I'm not gonna lie, they do cute little stuff. And, you know, the character designs are very varied. Like, she looks like something you probably see somebody wear over Latin America. And she looks like she's ready for Mardi Gras. And he needs to change his shirt. Okay, so anyway, most of the characters don't look anything like any of the characters from Genshin or from Honkai 3rd. These guys share a name, some of them share names, but they don't look anything like their characters or their counterparts. Okay, so you have to get light cones, and here's like their ability tree. And they cost stuff to level up. And then there's some of them are capped, like where it says character extension 6. You won't be able to unlock this till level 60. Which is also soft capped, whoops, hold on, behind the world level, which is something totally different. Here's your gear. And then with the gacha system, you have to go, and every time you roll, we'll use this one for an example, because she's done. Every time you roll on a character banner that has them in it, you have a chance for them to drop. And as they drop, you get like this, where you get 64% to your damage on one ability, or like, and stuff like that. It makes it to where they're insanely powerful compared to what they were if you don't have any of that stuff. And then the 5 stars, they're expensive to get, but when you upgrade them, it's totally noticeable. A lot. So with your relics, you want specific stats, and see how like the hat has 2 hit points? This is garbage. You don't want anybody but tanks or healers having hit points. For the most part, you want them to be like, that one isn't that bad, but it's still pretty bad. Let's see if I find a good one. This one would be okay for a tank, even though it's not on a tank set. And it's kind of like that, and the stats are random. I think there's like 8 different stats that can be on stuff. And the only thing that isn't random is like all the hat pieces have hit points, and so on and so forth. Some things aren't locked like that. The gloves are all attack. But like the chest piece could be any of the 8 or 12 or whatever it is. And then you still want your appropriate pieces. Like, this is supposed to be for a tank, right? So you don't really want any attack or crit damage or effect or crit damage. So this one needs to be grinded for. And you can do them. Okay, let's get out of here for a minute and go to the easy spot to do this from. You could go here, and look, we can do the one right now. Go here, and then you'll take the Path of Holy Hymn. This is where the artifacts drop. And you go, like, and you go battle, and it's based off, hold on, let's back out. See where it says 108 out of 240? That's like how much energy you have in a day. And it replenishes every 4 minutes, you get another point. Or it might be 10 minutes, I don't remember. It's just gonna tick in 4 minutes. And so you go and you spend all that every day. And then if you're really hard up and hardcore, you play like all day like I used to do. And you just keep going as it regenerates until you start getting the drops with the stats that you need. Because the game will let you know if you don't have the stats that you need. Like, you get beat hard if you're bad, and like real bad. It'd be like going in a normal RPG and having like leather armor on when you should have like plate mail or something. Like, over the last week, I think I've spent over 28 hours grinding just to be able to get ready to do this part of the storyline. But the best part about it is once you get them built and you're just trying to get their gear, you can turn it on automatic like it is right now, and you can just let it do what it's gonna do. And as long as your characters are good, you can do this like this and not really have to play. But if your characters aren't good, you're going to have to play it manually and play defensively or use strategy. Kind of like that, how she buffed herself. You would normally buff the tank and then have the tank. Yeah, it's complex. It's really, really complicated. That's why I say the easiest way to learn and to see how it is just to play. Because, like, it explains it to you a little bit, but there's nothing like experience to teach people how to do things. You know, like learning vicariously. Because it gets complicated.
Fight it or rock with it. My music. Conquer us all.
And like with the gear, to put it into RPG, like points or whatever, like you can wear mage armor and like tank armor at the same time for added bonuses to where you'll get more damage or you get your energy back, which is the thing with the stars down in the corner and stuff like that. And it's really interesting because like I don't use the builds that they say to use all the time. And I found my characters do better somewhat than what they say they should be doing. Because I personally think that more attacks is better than 10% damage, for example. Or chance to crit, unless your crit's high enough to crit, you're never going to crit anyway. And so you want to attack more if you have a low chance to crit. And so on and so forth. And so you gotta grind for all of that. Like, there's just so much. And one of them, I can't remember if it's Genshin, I think it's Genshin. You can actually re-roll the stats on your gear, so you don't have to grind so much. You just have to get a piece and re-roll them if you can afford to. I think that's Genshin. That might be Tower of Fantasy.
Try that again. Who's next?
Hopefully we get something good out of this. I've been doing this one all day and I haven't got a good piece yet. So let's see, we have garbage. That might be okay. The crit rate and attack is okay. Between that one and 7, those are my favorite. 9 was, that came out, I think... Oh wow, that came out so long ago. And then I played 7, and while the graphics were horrible, it had a great story. Yeah, I'm glad that they remade it, and I wish that they would hurry with the other parts of the remake so I can actually just binge it and put that on stream. Or like they need to remaster 9. 9 would be a good one to stream. That was a fun game. I didn't like 10. I'm controversial. Like it all. I didn't even beat it. I got to the part where they were playing like water polo, and I just stopped. I was like, oh god, they're playing water polo. I had to put up with that crap in high school, and like the polo jocks, and I'm good. Like, you think football jocks are bad? The only thing I liked about 10 was the setting. Like, the way that some of the cities looked and stuff were better, and you could see how it was progressing. Let's see, what am I supposed to be doing? Okay. Make sure I'm not going to miss anything from Dan Hung. Oh, these are still locked, huh? Oh. What the heck? Let's see what this is about.
If the shipping passages in Cloudford changed even a little, the entire route would be drastically altered.
Yeah, I thought it was. And I can't remember what they changed in it that really turned me off so bad against it. But they changed something from 9 to 10, and I wasn't happy with it. It might have been something simple like Chocobo, hot and cold.
Let me know when you're
But
ready
I'm not
and we
sure.
can set off.
And yeah, I thought Orin was cool. Titus seemed a little boring. Like, oh, weird going on without you, Shushing.
Silent but deadly. Are you sure that nickname isn't annoying?
And I
you?
thought, like, Riku was okay because she was like, she didn't even speak English at first when she showed up.
I mean, you're kinda living up to the first bit right now.
But other
You
than
can move
that,
out anytime.
and then
Let me know when you're ready.
10-2, I was totally good. I didn't even bother. In fact, because I didn't like 4 either, and I'm gonna go there because one of my friends just got done finishing 4. I liked it less than 4. And compared to almost every other RPG I've ever played, I think it wasn't that good.
But deadly. Shout if you see any danger, okay? Don't think just because you know a move or two, you can...
I should let her talk more. I think we'll let her
Ready to
run her
lose
mouth
yourself?
and see what she has to say. Yeah,
Fight it or rock with it. My
I can
music.
imagine.
Conquer us all.
Boobs, butts, and upskirts, probably. That's usually what most fan service is. I mean, unless it was like cute Moogles and chocobos. I don't know what else it could be.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
I watch anime, and like a lot of the anime that I watch, they usually have some sort of quote in one of the episodes of the series about fan service. So if you ever hear me regurgitate something, don't be surprised. Because I might just totally mimic what they've said.
How could the mutations get this bad? Is the Stellaron exerting an effect?
That reminds me of part 7, except in part 7 you just have to dress up. You gotta cross-dress. But it's still pretty out there. It is the time to be distracted, Danang. Let's see what happened. It's like, just... You know, there's a time and a place for that, and
So
that
you are
place
afraid
is
of
called
me.
Leisure Suit Larry.
Let me end your misery.
This song's just for you. Keep up with my tempo.
You have the worst luck running into me.
My. Only a half an hour more. And then I'm off to YouTube later on for something else. Because I'm splitting my time between Twitch and YouTube. Because I just applied to be a Hoyoverse content creator, and I need to make sure that I'm doing content. Yeah, my uncle used to play that.
There was a fight here.
And it's pretty ridiculous. I thought, when I was watching, I thought it was pretty vulgar. But, you know, that is what it is, to each their bone. It made me laugh, though, too, like, because, like, he fooled around a lot, and he forgot to get his rubber, and he died from STDs, and it just made me giggle. It was funny. It was old school Larry too. It wasn't even the new stuff.
There's supposed to be a passage. Why can't I see it?
Somebody used the Cloud Forward control panel to block the road with containers.
Who did this? I'm terrible with
Yeah.
machines and stuff. Hold on.
Back then, that was the point, I think, though. Like, they
I'm
did a
a
great job
traveling
of
merchant. I've been here many
shocking,
times.
or, you know,
Now, for a
doing
cloud
political
not
stuff,
to be
I
unfamiliar
suppose.
with the local topography.
I told you, I was only just transferred here from the Yaoqing. I don't
Yeah.
come here very often.
No, I didn't. Actually, by then I'd probably had stopped playing any video games. Because I didn't start back up until not too long ago, actually. For a long time, I let life go back to being life, and I would go out and do stuff. Pretty much all day, every day. I think that's okay for now.
Control panel? Where is the control panel?
But I know of the character.
Is that the one?
Let me see.
I'm surprised. I wonder if they have any new ones of
Rocha,
those.
You've got sharp eyes.
Oh, come on. I think we already did this, right? And I'll have to go over here. Come this way. There's no treasures. No treasure? No, no treasure.
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all.
Alrighty. Thank you. I will be here tomorrow with more of this. Maybe I'll have a better answer for some stuff. And I hope my graphics are working. I can't see any of that because it's behind the game.
I'll free
But I've been
from your
trying to make it
chains.
cuter and better.
Disappear
than it used to be.
among the sea of
Thank you for the
butterflies.
follow.
Illusions of the past. Let me end your misery.
Thank you.
Reach the end of the story. We need a strategy.
It can't be.
Yeah.
A pointless.
Great. I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Immortality means forever.
Keep up with my tempo.
My turn. Watch this!
I'm on guard. Defend the weak.
Don't mess with me. Yeah. Let me end your misery.
You can't run!
Lance ablaze. Flaming lance. Forward!
have the worst luck running into me. Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move!
Indestructible.
Immortality.
I guess I honestly should have said we'll be on until this is over. Because I'm not going to stop halfway through the quest.
Where does it go?
Judging by where it stopped, it must be heading for Central Star's
And I'm going to kill everything we run into.
We'll be safe
Because
there.
we need to upgrade materials anyway, and there's no point in not.
Come on, let's climb aboard.
I think I need to get, like, a stick. Or, like, something fuzzy. Like a pipe cleaner. And measure out 5 inches from the microphone.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Good quality, good price. Hassle-free charter.
What is your purpose for entering the seat of divine foresight?
Can you wait a little moment? The Master Diviner will be here soon. She's temporarily taken on the General's responsibilities. Before meeting you, she must make the current situation known and fortify public spirit. This is her first real test as a General. I hope she can get used to things quickly.
I don't think I can ever get used to this. It's a pleasure to see you all here today. Collating casualties and losses. Dispatching forces to round up the remnants of the disciples. Submitting battle reports to the 6 charioteers. Now I know what Jing Yuan meant when he said, "The highest throne faces the strongest wins." Generalship is no trifling matter. It is a duty one must bear.
I think she actually really enjoys it.
Master Diviner, have you summoned us here just to sigh and complain?
Of course not. On the contrary, I am eager to thank you all in my official capacity as acting general of the Luofu. Now that things have drawn to a conclusion, it is time to reward you.
Ooh, all those benefits that the General promised! They're finally here! Yippee!
Yes. The Astral Express has braved great evil for the Luofu. Your devotion is evident. After discussions with the 6 charioteers, you are henceforth sworn allies of the Luofu. Within the Luofu's jurisdiction, you are to be treated with the highest standard of diplomatic protocol.
On behalf of the Astral Express, I would like to thank you, Master Diviner.
Wow. Nothing tangible then? But at least it sounds pretty cool.
Now that things have been expressed, I still have something to discuss with you. Please, this way.
Seriously? Thanking us like that and then immediately sending us on another mission?
It's not a mission. The Stellaron Crisis, the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus Rebellion, the Arbor's resurrection. Not to mention the Antimatter Legion infiltrating the Luofu. All of these incidents need reporting at the highest level for investigation. It's just that, having been in the middle of everything, I'm struggling to keep an accurate perspective. I would appreciate if you could go through it all with me, so that I can reacquaint myself with a finer detail. So, where should we begin? The Stellaron Hunters. We know just as little. But in the Matrix of Prescience, I saw a prophecy that Kafka received from Destiny's slave. Elio foresaw all manner of possibilities for the Luofu. Based on what Kafka knows, and despite everything being under the control of Elio, that prophecy is indeed the most beneficial future for the Luofu. The Stellaron Hunters walked right into our trap, and even gifted allies, in the form of yourselves, to the Xianzhou. That might sound self-interested, but I hope the feeling is mutual. Now that the future has come true, the Xianzhou has discovered the Legion's intentions, and with everyone's help, has imposed a crushing defeat on Phantilia. It appears that Phantilia was the mastermind behind it all. The Xianzhou warred with the Antimatter Legion in the past, and ever since we have kept a watchful eye on their movements.
Sorry, I'm getting thumbnails.
Few could have foreseen the insidious tactics employed in the
Some of these
execution
pictures
of
will
their
work
assaults.
wonderfully for today's episode.
The Lord
And
Ravager
I want to make sure
slithered
that
in
these have thumbnails
unnoticed,
from now on.
clandestinely
So
plotting
things
and
look a little more
machinating,
professional than
and
they used to.
surreptitiously bestowed a
Removing
Stellaron
it.
upon the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. This heinous act instigated an uprising aimed at luring the Luofu into a perilous trap of self-destruction. The present danger posed by the Legion clearly demands a re-evaluation. We should proceed cautiously. When the Ambrosial Arbor was severed by the Rainbow Arbiter thousands of years ago, the abundance became a taboo. Those within the Alchemy Commission, the original masters of the so-called Way of Immortality, were ruined at a stroke. The Commission became a shadow of its former self. Presumably, from that moment on, the seeds of discord for the disciples of Sanctus Medicus had already been planted. Some of them were willing to work with the enemy, acquiring a Stellaron from the Antimatter Legion to try and revive the abundance. They succeeded all right. But why would Fantilia's objective to be to realize their wishes? Those traitors gained nothing. They betrayed the Xianzhou only to become sacrificial offerings in the Lord Ravager's grand scheme. That we may. But as logical as things might seem, there are still many details about which we're uncertain. For example, how was the Stellaron brought onto the Xianzhou? And who sent it onto Scale Gorge Waterscape? How many disciples of Sanctus Medicus still remain at large? All of this is a mystery. Thus far, we've done our best. I'm submitting my report to the Alliance, and I've already got a plan in mind. All of you will feature in the report. But for the sake of Jingyuan, anything related to Xianzhou internal affairs will have names redacted. I hope you can forgive me.
I was about to make the same request, Master Diviner. Since the Arbor's resurrection, I'm sure the Alliance will be poring over every detail of the report. I fear that if the Astral Express gets dragged into matters, leaving will not be an easy task.
Jingyuan has committed quite a few violations this time around, and I'll have to deal with them one by one. Cloud Knight generals are all such a hassle. Before you leave, please make time to recuperate. If there's anywhere you'd like to visit, feel free to take a look. I must attend to some Cloud Knight matters. Farewell for now. Oh, if you pass through Starskiff Haven, I have something that I hope you can give to Yukong. It was all so chaotic. When Fantilia took form, it was as if Tingyun vanished into thin air. The Cloud Knights were only able to find her fan. She took it with her everywhere. It's currently unclear if Tingyun was a puppet manipulated by Fantilia, or if some form of deception was used to cloud her vision. I'm already prepared for the worst. Considering how the Legion operates, I fear the fate of the Skyfaring Commission Ambassador may be a bleak one. As for how matters are handled with regards to Tingyun, I believe it's best left to her Foxian ken. I have informed the Skyfaring Commission of the events which took place, and I think it would be best if you were the one to deliver this item to Yukong.
I understand. Leave it with us.
Thank you, Mr. Yang. Now, let me take a look at my remaining duties for the day. It's quite the list. It's getting late. If you need me, I'll be in the Divination Commission Conclave Hall.
Oh, well, we had a lot of stumbles along the way, but we still managed to kick butt and save the Law Fu without breaking a sweat. It feels kinda surreal. You don't sound very happy. It may seem like the Stellaron hunters are controlling everything, but we create our own future. No matter how powerful they are, they can't make a future that doesn't exist come true. Since showing up, we've saved a lot of people and averted disaster for the whole Xianzhou. Who cares whether someone or something was directing it? Be happy. Actually, I was wondering if Diviner Fu could do me a favor. The Matrix of Prescience has amazing powers and can iterate and reiterate Kafka's past. So it got me thinking, if I turned the Matrix on me, could it calculate my past? Yup. When you're free, let's head over to the Divination Commission together and ask them for a favor.
Things have come to a close, for now. It's good that you came through unscathed. The Master Diviner asked us to pass on this item of Tingyun's. I'll go to the Palace of Astrum and meet with Yukong. If neither of you has anything urgent, it'd be best if you came too. How am I gonna break this to Madame Yukong? Maybe she's already heard the news.
Returning to the Luofu and Scale Gorge waterscape. It's a surreal feeling. I left so determined. Who would have thought that circumstances would draw me back once more? I'll be gone very soon. Jingyuan is still recovering, and the Cloud Knights won't protect me anymore. It remains to be seen how the 6 charioteers will react to my presence. But at least for now, I'm safe. I want to meet the current High Elder of the Vidyadhara. It seems I won't be able to cast off Danfang's negative karma, so I'd like to learn more about his past. I want to find out what I can do to make up for his sins.
That sounds like
If
a
you're
really
planning on an
logical
extended stay on the
conclusion.
Luofu, I'm afraid I won't be
We
able to
are.
join you.
Until we're done here,
I'm sorry.
anyway. Yeah, plenty of things to look for. And I'm not sure what we're doing other than gonna take March to go see. Oh. Well, March, you wanna
Here's
come
hoping
with
the
me?
Matrix is accurate, and that Diviner Fu won't decline our request.
It sounds like a fine thing to do. Which way do we go for that, I wonder? Can I just go this way? A poetic genius ingenium. Well, that's something, isn't it? Okay. I'm gonna see if there's actually a quest for that. Because I want to know what her past is. There isn't nothing. Okay. I guess we're going this way. Wait, that's wrong. It's this one.
It's getting late.
Honestly speaking, Mr. Yang's right. This would be most important anyway. I think I see something to collect. I'm so bad. I have a bunch of those I need to read. He'll probably yell at me for trying to pick that. I thought I saw one over here. I guess not. Okay. We're going back. I'm gonna pick it. Rifling through underwear drawers, stealing wanton carrots out of the refrigerator, leaving the lid off the milk were dastardly. all of us nameless. No. We run away. Wow. Such a negative Nancy.
I see. Please extend my regards to the 10 lords.
I will. Our condolences, Hellmaster. You have guests. I shall take my leave.
On behalf of the Skyfaring Commission, I would like to thank the crew of the Express for saving the Law Fu from the Stellaron crisis.
Madame Yukong must have heard about Miss Tingyun.
Yes, I have heard. Seeing 4 leave, yet only 3 return, was enough for me to know that Fu Xuan's report was indeed correct. Tingyun. I still can't believe it. The whole report reads like a bad joke. It's simply unimaginable. The Antimatter Legion on the Xianzhou, and Tingyun, a Lord Ravager? How could someone who spent over 30 years working alongside me at the Skyfaring Commission turn out to be nothing more than a monster in disguise? What happened to the real Tingyun?
Madame Yukong.
I'm sorry. I understand. It's just hard for me to accept.
I think we should go look into it.
Thank you for bringing Tingyun's belongings
That's
back
just
to the
not cool.
Palace of
What if
Aston.
she's like stuck in a box
The
somewhere and
Stellaron
needs help?
crisis has cost us
So
too
they didn't
many
kill her, they
comrades.
just took her and
brothers,
put her out of the way while they
sisters,
made like a copy of her.
I'd like to
And
invite
say
all of you
doppelganger.
as witnesses to this war to a soul-soothing ceremony hosted by the Skyfaring Commission. Will you consider?
A soul-soothing ceremony?
To put it into short life terms, a funeral. You see, for long-life species of the Xianzhou, death has always been a distant, mystical concept. Ordinarily, the Ten Lords Commission guides people to the Hall of Karma before any symptoms of Mara are detected. There, they leave behind their lives and wait for their time to come. People are used to a short farewell as opposed to a tedious burial process. Given our limited lifespans, the only ones who place value on ceremony are us Foxians. Countless Cloud Knights lost their lives or became Mara-struck during the crisis. The Hall of Karma couldn't take them all in, and so they passed away. All of these sudden deaths and unfulfilled wishes remind us that long-life species still live out insignificant and limited lives. By combining Skyfaring Commission technology with Foxian ceremony, we honor those who have passed on. We place items of the dead onto star skiffs and send them out to sail between the stars, to shine brightly among them. It's not just to comfort the dead, those souls who can never talk with us again, but also to comfort their surviving relatives, close friends, and indeed all residents of the Xianzhou. It's also my way of saying farewell to Ting Yun. I know, I'm selfish. She may not have died a Cloud Knight, but she's still one of us here at the Skyfaring Commission. A victim caught up in a wider conflict. I'd like to hold this ceremony as a way of distancing the memory of Ting Yun from the Lord Ravager who tarnished her identity. I can still hardly believe it. I'll use my own methods to locate Ting Yun's whereabouts, but at present, This is the least I can do for her. I'd like to ask you all to witness this event with me. I've instructed Yen Ming to sort through Ting Yun's belongings. I hope you can pick some out to place around the star skiff.
Leave this to us. We'll take care of it as per your wishes, Madame Yukong.
Once again, my thanks to all of you. I've asked the judges of the Ten Lords Commission to ratify this soul-soothing ceremony, and have commissioned a special skiff at Stargazer Navalia for the ceremony. If you need anything, that's where I'll be.
Well now, this looks like a wonderful place to stop. I really enjoyed playing, and I hope you all enjoyed watching today. If you did like what you saw, please push that labeled friend button on Twitch, because it would really mean a lot to me. Thank you all for wasting time with me, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you all later. Thank you for watching. Good night.
Hmm?